Let's go. All right. Welcome to another episode of the Best of What's Around. I'm finally not sick anymore. I can breathe again. Yes. Bad editing trickery aside, let's do this. So, I've started this movement because I like big, audacious, hairy, nasty goals. And this is my big, audacious, hairy, nasty goal that I'm proud of. And here's the interesting thing about this goal. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I don't think I have the time, but fuck it. Let's see if we can do it. So, David Goggins, real quick before I go in here and get wet for an hour and a half. David Goggins, I talk about him a lot, or I share a lot of his posts because he is an amazing, amazing human being. Started out very normal. Started out very normal. Troubled, very troubled lifestyle, very troubled childhood. Dad beat his mom. Dad beat him. Dad beat everybody. Dad was a crook. It was real fucked up. Born in Indiana. He was grew up in Indiana. It was very racist around there, and he decided to go to the military, and messed up in the military because of he had sickle cell. He had the trait of sickle cell. So, but then he ended up going to SEAL training. I think he broke his legs, had to go through SEAL training again, and then did something else, and then had to go through SEAL training again. So he went through 3 hell weeks in SEAL training. And after SEAL training was done, before SEAL training, this is the interesting thing why I like him, is because he blew up to about 295 pounds, 6'1" or something like that, 291 pounds, and in 6 months, he lost like, I think it was like 90 pounds in like 6 months just to make SEAL team. So I really like that. And after the military, he began to do motivational talks and stuff like that, and different schools and stuff like that. But before that, he ended up doing crazy things that like I used to do. Like, for instance, like he literally ran 100 miles. I don't know what myoplex is, but he had some myoplex and some Ritz crackers, and he ran 100 miles in 24 hours. He shit himself. He broke his ankles. It was great. I love the story. The story was amazing, right? So, and the only reason why he had to run this 100 miles is because he had to qualify to run another race that was a trail run. It was 24 hours and 100 miles or something like that. So that's amazing. He also has done multiple Ironmans, multiple ultra endurance sports, and multiple. He's just a tough guy, and he doesn't look like your typical. He doesn't look like your typical marathoner. Like marathoners, they just kind of look sort of spindly. They got the kind of, it's just big legs with nothing up here. And it's kind of like that kind of wafery run or whatever like that. Now, this guy's built like a goddamn superhero. So, that really caters. That really caters to me because I'm a Clydesdale. Like, that's what they call it in the runner's world. When you're over 200 pounds and you can run over 10 miles, you're a Clydesdale. You're a big dude. So that's what I am. I'm a big dude. Stories coincide. He had an alter ego named Goggins. That's where I had the alter ego named Houston. It was basically a no bullshit, no nonsense character, and you just roll. You just roll with everything. Roll with the punches. It's a great character that I have, and it's no bullshit, and I enjoy building that character, and I don't mind keeping 2 characters in my head at one time. It's actually refreshing and fun because it's just easier to switch. It's very easy to switch gears. So I really like David Goggins. David Goggins, you gotta research him. Read his book, Can't Hurt Me. It's an amazing book. Again, like I said, my story parallels his. I went in the military. I basically what happened was I had a lazy eye, and my recruiter told me not to, don't worry about the lazy eye. And then once I got to boot camp, deep into boot camp, past boot camp, in my A school, they was just like, hey, I just realized you do have a little strabismus in your left eye. I was like, you mean my lazy eye? This lazy eye? Let me see if I can make it do it. It's not doing it. Anyway, it was like, well, yeah, you can get an operation for that. I was just like, oh, okay, fuck it. I'll take the operation. It was like, and then they kicked me out the military. Because they said, the operation's too complicated. Go outside in the civilian world, get the operation. Here's your discharge under medical conditions, and come back in the military. Okay, well, it's a fucking $17,000 surgery. I was 18, so it wasn't happening. So I lost the military on that. So I used to always do some of the ultra endurance stuff. I'm a big I used to be a big cyclist fan. And I like I told you before, I like body torture because I like to remove my mind from my body and hope that they break. In hopes that my body will break. I have this sick fetish to try and break myself because it hasn't happened yet. The only times I've broken were because of technicalities and I let go mentally. So I have this sick thing to I literally want to die doing some kind of sport. I know it sounds fucked up. I'm not crazy, but that's just what I am. And I've always been that since I was much younger. That's why this is on my mirror. Beat Goggins is on my mirror. This is everywhere. Because it's my goal to outwork everyone on the planet. Literally. Comment. Anyway, do you have any goals? What is your goal? Is your goal big and audacious and hairy like that? Let me know in the comments down below. Sorry, Jaspery. It's a good rhyme. Until next time.